Hello friends from Chop Talk, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is my first episode, if we can call it that, of our analysis here on the YouTube channel about the Atlanta Braves. Thank you very much to all of you that have subscribed already. If you have not, please do so. It's right down here. That way you help me to keep growing this channel, to keep bringing you more information and more updates and more content from the Atlanta Braves, straight from Truist Park and also here from my home studio in Atlanta. All right, so where to begin, right? The Atlanta Braves are 13 games behind the New York Mets as we wait for the beginning of that series in Atlanta. It's been a season of one of those seasons that really makes you think, all right, is this organization in the right path, right? In the right path after, a very rough start, a 0-7 start. The team found a way to really turn things over, to really get out of that particular moment. But I don't know if at this point, looking at things as they're going, if the Braves are trending in the right direction. Let's discuss it, and we're gonna take some time to really look at the big picture and really go through a little bit more of a detail. So bear with me as we continue here in Chop Talk. Okay, we're back here with a better lighting and a better way for you guys to enjoy this content. Okay, so are the Braves in the right path right now? Yes and no. Yes, why? Because they just won the last two series. So that's a positive thing. We have to try to look for this type of things in a season that has not gone really the Braves' way. If you look at it objectively, the Braves are 13 games, 1-3 games behind the New York Mets. They're going to face the Mets in a 3-game series right now. If they win it, they're 10 games behind. If they get swept, they're 16 games behind. If they win one or two, they're going to be either 14 or 15, depending on what goes on there. So it's not really relying on this series. I know there was a lot of expectation to face the Mets, and then the Phillies are going to come by as well. And that's going to be another series that's going to be really interesting. But for now, in the games, the Braves, there's still a lot to play, right? So the Braves have to really focus on winning series and not or making the most out of the weakest rivals. That did not happen against the Colorado Rockies, and that's why maybe this episode sounds a little bit on the negative side of things, because I thought they could have swept the Rockies, especially having Grant Holmes going for 15 strikeouts in that last game of the series. I don't know, really, there's something bitter there in that series, even though they won it. On a positive note, if you want to look at it, 8 games only behind the San Diego Padres, who are the last team in the wild card right now in the National League. They do have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams ahead of them in that fight as well. It's not going to be an easy one, but there's a path to get to the playoffs, right? And at the end of the day, the Braves made it last year as one of the wildcard teams. They did not win the division. I know there was a lot of expectation, but to be honest, with the team the Phillies have, with the team that the Mets have, they were the second best team in the National League just after the Dodgers losing that championship series. So being realistic, and now in the middle of the season, the reality is the Braves are there. If they can come back somehow, they're there to fight for a wild card spot, and they would be a very interesting team to do so, especially if Spencer Strider continues to pitch the way he's doing it, if Grant Holmes can be that guy too, and if Chris Sale can be even close to what he was as a Cy Young last year. Ronald Acuna Jr., he just had a terrific week, hitting over 600, 3 homers, 8 runs scored, an OPS of 1,700 plus. It's just crazy week for Ronald Acuna Jr. Just one little mistake running the bases yesterday that could have affected the outcome of the game. That inning should have been of more runs for the Braves, even though it wasn't because of Acuna, but that was part of why the Braves didn't score more in that inning, giving outs away easily on the base path, especially since Brian Snitker has been so proactive in saying that Acuna has been careful and intelligent about when to run and to really manage himself a little bit better. But other than that, it's just a terrific week by Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, he's that exciting player. Right now he's a Ohtani Judge. He's at that level right now, and that's definitely positive news for the Atlanta Braves. So I would say that's pretty much it at this point of the season. The relief pitching staff is really struggling. It's been a topic since the offseason when they lost so many arms in free agency. I mean, we knew there were going to be some rough paths there. We were not expecting Raisel Iglesias to have so much trouble and to have so many issues. We were not expecting to blow 1, 2, 3 games that they were leading in going into the 9th inning and even more. I mean, I'm counting just the last couple of weeks, and especially those that were more than 3 runs. But other than that, if this team can somehow make those arms work, find somebody. They brought Jose Ruiz. It didn't work in the last game against the Rockies, but the game was already open. We have to see him in different situations, like we saw him with the Phillies, back with the Chicago White Sox back in the day. It's going to be an interesting moment of the year because the Braves need more pitching and they need to be more clutch with their hits. Of course, this is baseball. I just summarized what baseball is anyway. But, I mean, I don't know. I see a path. I know you guys are probably not happy with the way this season is going so far. But for me, it's been a season of learning for a lot of players. It's been a season of really struggling, and that could build some character, and we'll see if they can make the most out of this situation in Braves Nation. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for being part of Chop Talk. We're going to be doing this especially on Mondays, but we'll see if we can do it a couple of times a week where we can take a little bit more time and really discuss stuff, bring some numbers. I mean, what Grant Holmes did was impressive. 15 strikeouts. That should have been the main topic of this episode. I changed it because they lost that game, and then I looked at the standings and I'm like, look at these guys. They just struck out 28 batters, the starting pitchers, Spencer Strider and Grant Holmes. They just struck out 28 batters, and somehow they split the series. Not only split it, but they got railed in the last game of the series. So this is something the Braves can get better at, and hopefully they do so before this season continues. Thank you very much again for being here, for being part of the Chop Talk community, for all your comments. I'm reading them. I'm trying to reply to all of them. And thank you again. Leave your comments, reply, and we'll have some fun covering the Atlanta Braves. We're going to be back at Truist Park on Tuesday for the first game of the series. Atlanta Braves facing the New York Mets for a 3-game series. Our starters look better than theirs. They just got swept. We'll see what happens. Bye-bye, and thank you very much for being here.